Good afternoon. I am Tina Tasaka with Cannabis X America, and we are here at the Women's Expo in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. And there is a great crowd here today.
Great crowd.
I am here with Randi Sobel with WeedWorks, and boy, do they have an amazing service for everyone. Everyone that potentially wants to try cannabis or enhance their life with cannabis.
Exactly.
That's the way to put it, huh?
Absolutely. Our mission is to educate everybody that wants to learn how cannabis is medicine and how it's a safe alternative to traditional medications out there. So we primarily go into different communities and teach people how to get over that stigma and how to use cannabis as medicine. And then we have events at dispensaries. We're contracted with Curaleaf right now. So we go to Curaleaf and we help connect people's ailments to the right products.
I know, and when I first met you guys, I was just stunned at the service that you provide.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It is definitely what I would call essential service.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, because when I hear in our community, I mean, you know, all of us, I think, are on an abundance of Zoom calls and chats, and, you know, we get connected with various people in the industry, whether it's somebody in hemp or somebody in, you know, what it might be. The constant word that I hear is education. We need more education, and that's what you guys are providing.
That's all we do. We educate 24/7. We want to make sure that the healthcare community, the senior community, anyone that has a medical need that wants to have the understanding of how cannabis can be used in their body safely, especially our seniors. Our seniors are the most underserved community, and there's a huge gap with the seniors right now. So Rob and I, my partner, we go into the senior community, and instead of book club or movie night, they come to Cannabis 101 with WeedWorks.
Exactly, and in the state of Arizona, I mean, Arizona is a very large retirement community, as Nevada and parts of California. You know, you have Palm Springs, you have that entire Indio, Coachella area. You have these, you know, massive retirement communities. Florida
Huge.
is retirement
Huge.
city,
Absolutely.
big time, right? I mean, come on, Florida. And unfortunately, you know, Florida didn't pass recreational. I don't think that it's stopping them at all, though, because all I am seeing is more and more dispensaries opening that are medical.
Absolutely.
It doesn't seem like they're slowing down yet. I know that our industry is having a little bit of a downturn, but the senior community is just massive. And so your services are just so needed.
Thank you.
In all of these communities. And so starting off in Arizona, wow, what a big bang. I mean, really.
It's been quite a year. We launched last April, and it's been quite a journey. We've met incredible partners along the way. We very much work with the brands that we get to know because we're referring people to products. So we need to see what's behind the curtain. We want to visit the kitchens. We want to see people, how they grow their products and how they use them, so we know what we're putting in our bodies. So we try everything that we're recommending. So it's very important for us to have those brand relationships.
You know, folks, and that is so important too, because, you know, we want to respect anybody that's putting plant medicine in their body, just like what Randi is saying, and that we don't want anybody to have a bad experience. And everybody is so different. You know, if I do 10 milligrams of a product, you know, I might not have any impact at all. You know, but maybe I do 40 milligrams of a product, and that's just perfectly suited for me. But 40 milligrams for someone might knock them on their feet for 10 days. That's an exaggeration. But for a senior, you've got to be particularly careful. I mean, they need a really, really low dose. And so, you know, WeedWorks is going to be particularly uber careful about dosaging and you know, working with medical people that know the right dosage and so forth. And so this is just, again, it goes back to education.
It all goes back to education.
It just circles back to education all the time.
Absolutely. And we also have concierge services. So we sit down with individuals and we create care plans. We guide them to the right products for them, and we slowly introduce cannabis into their bodies to make sure it is what's right for them. It's no different than when you go to the doctor. If you have a cold or you have the flu and the doctor says, take this medication for about 5 days, and if you're not feeling better, come back and see me, right? Cannabis works the same way. You might try a different product, and in 5 days we might have to tweak that. We might have to see if there's something else that can work for you.
Absolutely.
So it's a process.
Absolutely.
But you know what? That's why we're grateful right now that we have this amazing audience of interest and engagement. When we do events like this, it's overwhelming how engaged the community really is. The seniors are craving this. They're looking for hope. They're desperate. They're over the pills. You know, they're over that option and they want to learn about cannabis. So I'm so grateful to have this door and to be working with Curaleaf, to be honest, because when we have these events at the senior community, we need to trust our partners. We need to trust that I'm going to tell you to go to Curaleaf and that you're going to get a safe option for your body.
Absolutely,
Huge.
and that everybody is telling the same story. They're all talking the same story. All of the bud tenders.
Correct.
Everybody is preaching the same choir. I know exactly what you're saying. Well,
Yeah.
let's tell the viewers where these events are happening at.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, this week, on Monday the 28th, we're going to be at Curaleaf in Glendale West. And we're doing an event with our partner. It's always 420 in AZ. Taryn is going to be there with us. So if anyone wants to get their medical certification card, Taryn's going to be there talking about how you can make that happen. And then we're going to also be in Scottsdale Wednesday, April 30th, all day. So Glendale will be all day from 11 to 6 on April 28th. And Scottsdale will be from 11 to 4 at Curaleaf in Scottsdale.
Oh, that's so fantastic, Randy. And then, so how far out do you normally know your calendars for the training classes?
The training classes, it's a little bit inconsistent. You know, there's not really
Fair.
a schedule for how we do that. It's really we do the presentations based on the senior community's availability. So when it
Okay.
comes to our calendar, we're at the mercy of the different senior communities that we do our events. But we also do events with with ALS, with Cancer Foundation, with Parkinson's groups, with veterans organizations. So there's a lot of different people that we talk to and that we offer our services to.
Excellent. And then are they also on your website under like an events tab?
All of our events are listed on our website, and you can always follow us on Instagram at Randy and Rob. You can find me on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. You can always find WeedWorks. We are everywhere.
That is so excellent. Okay, anything else that we want to share with the viewers before we get back to the Women's Expo?
Well, WeedWorks, always remember that. You can catch us at any of our events. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can find me on my website.
Excellent. Yeah, folks, definitely, please follow WeedWorks on Instagram and their website for sure, and the events too, because you can go to Curaleaf and anybody can pop into these classes at Curaleaf. It's not for seniors. It's definitely
it's
not.
anyone that
It's
has a
anybody
medical
21
need.
and older. Anybody 21 and
Absolutely.
older can go. It's open to the public, and these courses are just phenomenal. Even just to get the basics, because oftentimes, just the basics. Some people are like, well, what's a sativa? What's a hybrid? What's an indica? I mean, just some basics, right?
Absolutely.
They just want the intros to cannabis, and this is a good place. You might want to just introduce it to your parents, that might be elderly, whatever the reason for it. Go to these courses because they are phenomenal, and you'll get a really good intro, and for yourself, for your parents, for your aunt, for your uncle, for anybody that might be striving to learn more about the cannabis industry and might be wanting to, ingest it for yourself for sleep reasons, for health reasons, for pain reasons, all of the
Absolutely.
above. But Randy,
you.
it is always so good to see you guys, and thanks for having us here
Thank you,
today.
Tina. I appreciate
We've got a
you
full day
joining
here,
us.
and I know there's going to be some great people that can jump on camera with us.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Tina.
so thank you to
appreciate
WeedWorks
it.
and Tina Tasaka, Cannabis X America.
Thank you.